Okay, I'm going to call the shots in this match right now between Nick Callado. There he is. Hi, Nick. Nick Callado, father of Eleanor and Emmeline Callado. And I think they have another sibling playing Cory Duel. And the score is actually 3-3 in a race to 7. Nick Callado has done very well in this tournament. I am going to check our electronic bracket, or actually, maybe Geraldine can enlighten us on Nick Callado's journey to this match.
Actually, let's start from the beginning. He almost didn't get in the tournament because he was like 10 minutes late or something after noon.
Yeah, actually, you're right.
But they had quite a few stragglers come in that she decided to take them at the last minute. So
yeah, Nick basically, he showed up and he says, I can't get in, I'm not playing. I said, no, what, are you kidding me? So all right, so he did get in, and here he is.
Looking at the bracket, I don't think he had it too tough in the beginning.
Ooh, nice shot by Nick. It's now 4-3.
He played Jonathan Morgan to move on from the first round, then Bob Simon, and then Bill Hart. And finally today he played Jaynard Orke to be moved over to the one-loss side.
Well, he's holding his own against Mr. Duel, the Prince of Pool.
Is that really his name?
That's what they call him.
Why?
You know, it's a good question. I'm glad you asked me that. Because he, I don't know, kind of a young, pretty boy back in when he was getting started, back in the late 90s, mid 90s. And he was a young, all-American, handsome stud. And now he's a late 30s, all-American, handsome stud. So,
you know, I think there are different standards of what's handsome depending on where you are, region or state. Because there's so many good-looking people in California, LA in particular, because, you know, everyone wants to come out to LA and be an actor or actress, so you've got to be pretty good-looking to do so. I'm not saying he's an ugly chap.
An ugly chap. He's a good-looking guy. I mean, you know, he's from Santa Barbara. He lives in Ohio. He's been there for a long time. You know, he's very well known for the. He's basically the inventor of the soft break. You know how people break soft?
I thought I invented that.
Yeah.
That's nothing new.
No, he in I think it was at the Camel Tour, he started doing the soft break in the late 90s.
He didn't invent it.
Because there were all kinds of problems with the rack and stuff, so he started breaking soft, and it actually worked against it was a famous match against Earl Strickland, and Earl quit the match in the middle of the match because he was upset that Cory was breaking soft. Now, I don't know if he kept breaking soft to try to get the same result from other players in the later on after that, but I guess it started to work for him, and then other players started picking it up that the soft break actually works. Prince of Pool, no joke. Now the Prince of Pool part.
Yeah, you know, I wouldn't call him no inventor. I mean, when I first started playing pool, I realized that if I broke soft, I had more of a chance because more balls lay on the table cluttered up. So
That's true.
I wouldn't call him no inventor because I didn't know who Cory Duel was until maybe a year and a half ago. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out a soft break. Sorry, Cory.
Well, you gotta credit Cory Duel though for his contribution. Well, his contribution to the billiard community, and also his you know, he's an extremely creative player.
Don't get me
Extremely
wrong,
creative
like
player. I mean,
him.
he comes up with shots, you know, from his expertise in 8-ball that, oh my God, and now look at him missing. From his expertise in 8-ball, you know, he came up with stuff that nobody saw, you know, I mean, and he was good at executing. You know, he took chances that people wouldn't take because, you know, a lot of chances people, you know, the things that he would do, the type of caroms and billiards and combos and the shots that he would be able to see, a lot of people would just overlook them, and he started to apply a lot of his creativity to the game. You know? And then, you know, I got to hand it to him. He stepped up for a couple years in a row to play, to get serious in snooker, you know, and to play snooker and to represent the U.S. in snooker. He didn't do well in snooker. He hasn't done well in snooker.
I thought he did well for the U.S.
Well, he did well in the national championships, yes, but to go and represent the U.S. in front of the world was a different story. I think both he and I can't remember who went with him, but both he and his other partner that went there to represent the U.S. No, not Duchesne. Anyway, they both went like, you know, they blanked.
Anyways, I like Cory Duel. Don't get me wrong. I know I'm picking on him, but
Now, and then you have Nick Callado, who, you know, is just a sweet, sweet man. You know, I've heard nothing but nice things about Nick, and he's the father of two young professional women who play on the West Coast Tiger tour.
Emmeline and Eleanor.
Emmeline and Eleanor, and you know, much like the Rakins, you know, has basically spawned a family of pool players, and is a pool player himself.
I'm glad he got in at the last minute.
And yeah, so am I. I mean, look, here he is playing the match of his life, winning against Cory Duel. Other match updates right now. We also have. Ramon Mystica and Josh Gomes. I see a score of 5-4. I'm not sure who has 5 yet. I will let you know. Ryland Hartnett is playing Damien Pompenik. The score is 4-2. Do you know who's at 4, Geraldine?
No. I don't even know what table you're looking at.
Ryland and Damien. Right here. That's Ryland right there, blocking our view with the California Hustlin' t-shirt on there. And there you go, Cory Duel. He's wearing his snookerusa.com t-shirt there. The POVPOOL is actually proud of the fact that I take great pride in being able to provide coverage of snooker from the United States. You know, I mean, we don't have it anywhere near as good as they do in the UK, but you know, snooker is a sport that I really hold dear. I hold close to my heart, and you know, I would do anything to promote and to see snooker become successful in the United States. And in 2012, I had the honor of working with the USSA, United States Snooker Association, and we streamed the very first national championships from the Embassy Club in San Gabriel Valley. And that was a lot of fun. and I would do it again.
Unfortunately, I don't think that snooker has much of a chance right now in the U.S. You know, as is, pool rooms and elsewhere are changing out their 9-footers to bar boxes. So,
Well,
it's
yeah,
going
it's
even bigger with the snooker table.
Yeah, it's a plain fact that I mean, basically the issue of pool these days is that tables take up real estate, and real estate is expensive. So
everybody wants to go to a bar box and fit more tables in a room.
yeah,
You're lucky to find a snooker table within, I don't know, what, a 20-mile radius?
well, I mean, I live in El Monte. I have access to snooker tables out there. But if you live in Los Angeles, I mean, you know, I guess it depends on the region that you're in. You know, this is only our perspective. You know, I mean, in Texas they've got some.
Would it be?
Well, what I'm saying is that you know, I haven't done all the research. I can't honestly say, you know, that our reasons for not being very popular with snooker are the same as maybe the reasons in Texas or the reasons in Michigan, or you know.
Okay, so more so on the West Coast, and I guess we could speak for California.
Yeah, we can speak for California.
Nevada, and even Arizona, because we traveled over there as well, you know, and explored the rooms there. Did we even see a snooker table in Arizona?
No, we did not see a snooker. We went to Bull Shooters, the biggest pool hall in Phoenix. We did not see a snooker table there. We went to Skip and Jan's. There is not a snooker table there. We went to, what was that other place we went to? Where we ran
Shooters.
Stingers, yeah, and there's not a snooker table there. And we went to Colby's, and there is no snooker table there.
And in Vegas, they had one at Good Times. And
At the Q Club, there is a snooker table. At Pool Sharks, there is not. At Mickey's Q's and Brews, there is not. At Good Times, there is a beautiful Riley snooker table.
Nicely, like, kind of coolly lit. It's like, feels like it's on a pedestal.
Oh, it's perfect. It's cut to standard British or world snooker tournament rules. Reed in the chat room informs me that Bull Shooters does have a snooker table now. Well, here's a good question: is it cut for golf or is it cut for snooker? You know,
Correct.
I mean, that's another thing too. Is, you know, all the snooker. There's 2 snooker tables at Hard Times Billiards in Bellflower, and you know, you couldn't play snooker on them because you can't make a ball on them. You can only roll them in like a golf game. I know that Edgy's in Fremont has a snooker table, and I know that California Billiard Club is reducing their inventory from 2 tables to 1 table when they reopen soon. Meanwhile, Nick Callado has an opportunity here to run out and possibly get to the hill with a healthy 3-game lead. He's at a 2-game lead now, 5-3.
And what about Broken Rack? I know they had 1 or 2, but were they both cut for golf, or is there only 1?
Where?
Broken Rack.
Broken Rack. Good question. You know.
I think they're cut for golf.
An early 10, Geraldine. An early 10.
Yes. Brownie points.
What's that? Josh Gomes and Ramon Mystica, 5-4. And Josh just broke. And so I'm guessing that Ramon is in the lead.
I don't know, but Nick Callado's on the hill.
Yeah, yes. I'm just trying to give a few updates. Rodney Morris just practicing. And for those of you just joining us, come on to our real-time feed page. 10 ball on the break, but it doesn't count. Nick will spot the 10, and he will continue to play through. Oscar, could you please move out of the way? Thank you. I think he has no idea that we're shooting this table. So, but you know, when a guy's got to practice, he's got to practice, right? On the next table over. Cory Duel's cue ball's buried in the pocket here. Looks like he's playing a safety. Yep. So Cory's got his work cut out for him against Nick Callado. I'd like to say hello to everybody in Las Vegas, too, by the way. In fact, Chris Reyes was here with Brian Law, and it was really nice to see those guys. Would be lovely to see more people from Vegas come to these tournaments. You know, we do the best we can to promote, but sometimes it's all up to us to spread the word.
It's a bit of a trek for them.
Huh?
It's a bit of a trek for them.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's why we try to do the West Coast swing every year. You know, we try to have like a trifecta or a combination of tournaments that slide down the West Coast and end up in Vegas. We try to provide healthy payouts to each event.
Maybe next year we will revive it.
Yeah, definitely a focus on reviving the West Coast swing. Anyway, to Sean Gresser, Mickey's Cues and Brews, to Katie Moore, Joe Canella, John Kutcher at Pool Sharks, to Gino Hill, Gordy Hill, Jimmy Mattia, Al Lawrence, Jeff Gray, Ryan DeBerg, Ray Skinandor, to
That's about it.
huh?
That's about it.
No, there's more. There's more. Anyway, we wish you guys all the best.
We'll be out in Vegas next month.
Yeah, we're going to the BCA.
I think we're going to stop in for the BCA Nationals for a weekend.
Yeah, just a weekend, and
Then we'll be at the expo,
yeah, we're
hopefully.
going to go to the expo. Oh yeah, Tim Kovacs, he's another one
Yeah.
in Vegas.
Yeah, so we'll be there a couple dates this summer.
days.
This summer, yeah, a couple. I think maybe 5 days total or something. We have to plan that out still. And then you and I will be back in Vegas in December for Moscone
For the expo.
Cup. December. We're going for a couple days.
For the what? Moscone Cup?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to the Moscone Cup. I forgot about that.
How could you forget?
I don't know. It's not that I forgot about it. It's just that I'm not thinking that far ahead to December.
Oh, I am. That'll be the highlight of my year.
Thank God you are. Yeah, I know. It'll be your birthday, too. Things aren't looking too good for Cory today. I don't know if he stayed up late or I mean, I just don't know. I don't know what's going on in his head. Nick basically did the same thing here. No, he actually had to play safe. So safety battle now. It's hard to see how much of the ball they can see or really what kind of shot they have. But I just wanted you guys to take a look at this match because you know this particular tournament has been filled with matches that have been either they've been upsets or very close to upsets. Ryland Hartnett defeated Ernesto Dominguez this morning, and he's a local from Oakland who I actually had the pleasure of meeting and playing against about 3 years ago at the Broken Rack in Emeryville.
Nice.
And when I met him, I was very impressed with his game, and we got along very well. He beat Ernesto today, and Randy Baker came very close to beating Rodney Morris. And didn't we have another upset yesterday or today that was pretty interesting? I think was it one of Damien's matches, or Cory Duel was defeated by Vilmos Foldish, you know, but that's two pros. That was yesterday. That's why Cory's on the one-loss side. Geraldine, look what just happened.
Early 10.
Early 10.
Nick Callado took him, huh?
Wow, Cory Duel is knocked back now to 9th through 12th. And definitely an upset situation here. And tough break for Mr. Duel.
You know who else is going to be in Vegas with the booth?
What's that?
You know who else is going to be in Vegas with the booth? Marty Carey.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's
He's going to be there.
One of the many reasons why we're going.
He's going to be at the Rio, July 21st through August 1st. Booth number 9. So go check him out. He'll be doing jump shots for everybody. Hopefully it'll be just as big of a show for him as
it was at the Super Billiards Expo?
Exactly,
Yeah.
but on the West Coast or the west side of the United States.
Marty Carey, we love him. He's Marty the farmer.
Marty the farmer.
Yeah. All right, guys, we're going to be right back. We're going to have another match on the stream table. I'm not really sure who we're going to pick yet, but I will see what we can do about providing you. There's really not much to do here. We got Ramon Mystica and Josh Gomes, and it looks like 5 apiece. So let me see if I can toggle over here and keep loving pool.